What is going on, guys? Today I'm doing a top 5 Shadow Faction heroes on more idle heroes. And these are again my personal favourites. And just a little warning, if this, I realise this is like the same as Surrey Summers videos, but I completely agree with him. And I made this list like before I saw that, so I'll sort of just like, I haven't got around to doing it yet because, well, now I'm doing it because my old hero's broke and all that, and now I'm doing it on my phone because it's the only way I can do it. So yeah, so if you've seen Surrey's video, you do not have to watch this one, but I'd appreciate if you do. And let's get right into it. So number 5 is Field. Now Field is by no means a good hero, but I couldn't really put like Bade in number 5 because he's not. He's worse than Field, but at least Field has a few decent abilities, such as this one. He does 124% attack against 4 random enemies with a 100% chance of stunning and poisoning assassin type targets for 2 rounds. Now, this is mainly why he isn't a good hero, because he's very situational. Like, he's good against assassins, just like Lutz is good against mage. And yeah, he deals 65% damage each round for 3 rounds. Oh, don't know what I clicked off. Then these 3 skills. This one's good here. Increases armor back by 40% and attack by 35%. You can see all of the stats there. His speed is, it doesn't really change, but pairing with Emily, he deals extra 95% of attack damage on stun foes, which he does there against. So it's basically he does a lot of damage against assassins, which if you've got like a really annoying Bloodblade in like slot 2 and tank's dead, then yeah, it could work. Oh, that's rule number 1. Oh well, you already knew it was coming. And then sort of looks like ice blinks, but just not with the ice. And then each time he hits, he has a 60% chance to stun the target for 1 round. So that sort of like he's basically ice blink. There's quite a few heroes that actually do that, like Melassa, ice blink, Field. I'm pretty sure there's another one, but I just can't remember who it is. But number 4 is Lutz. I just smacked my phone, sorry if you heard that. Now Lutz is probably one of my favourite heroes because he was like one of the first heroes that I got. That is Death. How did I do that? Death Sworn's there. No, Death Sworn is. Yeah, I see how I didn't now. No, I didn't. But yeah, he's just been one of my favourite heroes since the start of the game, really. Because yeah, I've always liked him and his skills. But again, very situational. He's like only put him in the right team and he's really good. But he's only good against mages, so that's a bit of a letdown. So like say if you've got like a bunch of flame strikes or Ormus, then no, Ormus is a priest, what I'm on about. But yeah, he deals 12% damage against 4 random enemies, and then yeah, this is why he's good. He has a 100% chance to stun and bleed mage type targets for 2 rounds, and then he deals an 100 something percent over 3 rounds, and it cannot be dodged. I assume that means the bleed, no, not the like the whole attack, but I'm not sure. And then increases armor back by 40% and attack by 25%, and the attack's a little less than Field's, but what are you gonna do? And then if his attack is dodged, this is why he's good against Mickey as well, or like anyone that can just dodge attacks like nothing. Then he hits again, cannot be dodged, in 160% of attack damage. Now that's one of the main reasons I like him, because I've run into a lot of Mickeys. Like, I think on Tower of Oblivion once, I ran into a full Mickey team, and at the time it was really annoying, so I just got Lutz for a bit and then just used him for that. And then while he's below 50% health, which is good, because I think on people like Rosa, yeah, he's 35, oh no, it's not. I think some people drop, when they drop below, like 35% health, then, that's a bit worse than 50. Then they don't really get time to use, their skill, do they? And he increases attack by 35% for 3 rounds, which by that time he'll probably be dead anyway, because he doesn't have the best health. Oh, he is an assassin, but yeah. Karim. Yeah, he's got lower health than Karim, but I don't believe that Karim has decent. Oh wow. Wait, so Karim. So yeah, Lutz is worse than Karim at the moment, apparently. What have I just got a notification for? And then obviously that can only be triggered once. Now, sorry I spent a long time on Lutz. If I did, I don't know what time the video is, but yeah. Number 3 is Aiden. Now Aiden, he's good if you don't put him in a team with Flame Strike. Well, he can be good if you don't put him in a team with Flame Strike, because it's a bit pointless having him and Flame Strike in the same team, because they basically do the same thing. So his first skill, he deals 98% of damage against all enemies with a 100% chance of preventing soldier type targets from using magic for 2 rounds. Now the way they've worded this is quite annoying actually, because does that mean like skills like these, or I'm not sure. If any of you guys know, feel free to tell me in the comments. And then increases his own attack by 20% for 3 rounds. So that's average really. And then whenever an ally hero dies, he gains 28% armor bite and 28% attack. Same as Flame Strike really. If we just go over to her. But she gets like skill damage, that's why she's a lot better. And next one, increases armor bite by 32%, HP by 30, attack by 30. Now he doesn't increase skill damage, but he increases attack by 50% overall. So yeah, that's good. He'll go up to like 44k attack. Now this one, after death he deals 65% of attack damage against all enemies. Now if you can make him last, then you have time to get all enemies down to like low health. And if he dies, then if they're all low, you have a chance of wiping them all out, which is quite good. That's why I like that last skill. Number 2 is, you probably like pieced it together, it's water, because I said Bloodblade was number 1 earlier, I think. Oops. If I didn't, then I just ruined number 1, but you all saw it coming. Probably said that again earlier. Increases. Now this is a weird one. I read this earlier, but I sort of didn't really understand it much. He deals 220% of attack, which is just a bit of a buff from his last one. It's 2 round battle enemies, so they haven't changed that. And he deals 336% attack over 6 rounds. And there's a 50% chance of stunning the target for 2 rounds. Now that confused me, because like people like heroes like Lutz, they have a 100% chance to do 2 things. So, but he has a 50% chance to do 1 thing. So they sort of like courted his like I don't know what it's called, but they sort of courted his ability here compared to other people, heroes. So I keep saying people. I don't say heroes a lot, so it's sort of like unnatural for me. And then increases the caster's damage avoidance by 50% for 2 rounds. Now by caster's damage avoidance, I assume that means he like increases his own dodge or speed. Yeah, dodge I believe. By 50% for 2 rounds, and it cannot be dodged. And I again assume that means the whole skill. And then he increases armor back by 40% and attack by 35%. That's average. It's above average, but it's an average skill. And then he has a 100% chance to poison the target. That's more like it actually. Dealing 48% of attack damage for 6 rounds. So overall he's doing about 288% of attack damage. And then whilst he's below 50% health, he poisons 2 random backline enemies, doing a total of 600% damage over 6 rounds, and it can only be triggered once. Now that is awesome. That's like, is that 180k? It might be 180k damage. I was going to say 1.8 mil, but that would be very unlikely. So that's insane. Number 1 is Bloodblade, of course. Now, when I looked at this, I was a bit confused because I thought, no way, that's not right. Because if we look at it, he deals 148% of attack damage against random, and an extra 46% extra damage each round for 3 rounds. And then if the target is a ranger, which I assume is what it means. That makes me seem stupid now. Then increase extra damage by 62% each round and recover HP by 170% of the caster's attack. So he basically recovers even more health now, and no one has to die really. He just needs to hit a ranger. If that's what I mean by, I think that's what it means. So I think he heals himself when he hits a ranger. That's what I believe. So that is very good. So if he comes up against like an Ice Blink or Demon Hunter, he's probably not going to die, including that skill. So you can, I was going to say you could use him as a tank, but you couldn't really, could you? Oh, you could, I don't know. Now this one was a bit disappointing when I first saw it, but then I saw the next skill. So each attack has a 100% chance to bleed the target, and dealing an extra 45% of attack damage each round for 4 rounds. That's a total of 260, and gains 16.8% armor break for 4 rounds. Now that was disappointing. Like 16.8, that's not very big, is it? But then I saw this one. He increases hit by 25%, attack by 30%, and armor back by 32%. And then he deals an extra 70% of attack damage on bleeding foes, which he does there. And he has a 100% chance to do it. Now, 32 had 16.8, like 48.8 maybe. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, that's what makes him amazingly overpowered. And this, they've just buffed it. They've added nothing. They've taken away nothing. They've just buffed it, like, quite a bit actually, because 40% makes a difference. So, yeah. 160 for attack every time an enemy hero dies. Now, that is my opinion, and I really enjoy making these videos because I like to help people and make them understand more about the game, tell them who they should like work towards, who are good, who are not good. Now, who are not good: Bade, Karma, Dominator, and just the rest of the 6 stars. They're sworn, damage over time, pretty useless. So yeah, I really enjoy making these videos. So if you could leave like your appreciation by leaving a like, commenting and subscribing to this channel, then that would, I would really appreciate that. So if you did, then please do that. I think it's time to end the recording now, so I'll see you guys next time.